All right, guys. Today we're going to talk about something that a viewer on Twitch, Folio, mentioned to me on stream, and that is that in New World Database, there are items in here that have what is currently illegal perk combinations, like armor that has weapon perks on it, and so on. So we're going to take a look at them, and we're going to talk about it for a minute. So this medium headwear right here is a named item and it has normal perks on it. This one does not. This is a medium chest wear and it has keen on it, plus 7.1% crit chance. That is a perk that previously could only be put on weapons. That is very interesting. It has freedom, which is a very good PvP perk, and it has keen on it. Uh, I wish we knew more information about it. As you see, it does say that it's contained in the sandworm spoils. So maybe they have actually put rewards out for their top tier content that actually is going to make people want to run it. I think that is what is happening. I'm almost thinking that Keen cannot normally, like even after October 15th, will not be able to be put on gear and maybe so on with the other items, that it's only from uh like the sandworm, right? Which would be really, really cool. In fact, it would be the first time I can think of where they've actually made something so rewarding and unique from their in-game content, and that is a huge, huge W. I think, man, if that is the case, I tip my hat off to AGS, man. That's really cool. All right, we gotta go to the next page. Nothing unusual here. So, and as you see, all these Dune items come from the sandworm spoil, so it makes it even cooler because it's not like a bunch of broken items. So you're gonna have to run this multiple times in order to try to get the stuff with illegal perks on it. I think it's really, really cool. Here's another one. I think this is a very interesting one. Also comes from the sandworm. So also to kind of go back on the last piece we were looking at, right? It has keen on it. I think it was like 7.1% crit chance. That is really cool because then if you had that on your weapon or even your ring, you either have, if you run all of it, that would be a huge crit increase. That's huge. This one I think is very interesting too. And kind of for a negative reason though, right? So this has Enchanted Ward and Desperate in Power. Desperate in Power has been like an F tier perk ever since it's been out. But I do see kind of an interesting take on this, right? It's on heavy headwear. Specifically, that's what's important because heavy has had a nerf recently, so where you, even with hardy on your ring, which gives you a larger stamina pool, you can still only dodge one time before you get stammed, right? So with that change, it was a kind of a big nerf to heavy, right? But now with this, with that being the case, if you stam yourself in heavy, you just increase your damage by 12%. Um, so I think this could be really good for heavy builds, right? You just go on point, stam yourself, 12% more damage. I think that's pretty cool. And as I stated, this is a weapon perk. You cannot put this on gear. And I'm thinking, as I stated before, I'm going to say it again. Uh, I'm thinking that you still probably cannot do this. Like roll this. I'm thinking you can only get it from the sandworm, right? This is the only piece in the game that will be able to do this. Maybe I'm wrong, but we'll see. And here's another one from the sandworm. It's a heavy chest wear, and it has keenly fortified on it, and it has grit ward. So if you're running a grit build, this is pretty good. This is really good because honestly, keenly fortified, um, another F tier perk. This is actually really cool what they did here. They took a bunch of F tier perks and they've made them very viable in certain situations. Because this keenly fortified um could not go on armor previously. It says gain 10% fortify for 3 seconds on critical hit. It does have a 10-second cooldown, but to just have this as passive 10% fortify, if you're in a clump setting, it's pretty much going to be up most of the time when it's not on cooldown. Like when that cooldown time is off, you're probably going to get it back up pretty quick. Um, pretty neat. And I have to be honest, with all the things that we've been seeing with the new perks, um, the new gear, these on top of it, this is going to make builds way more complex than they previously were. And that is awesome. So there was only a couple. I don't know if there's any other to go over. There might be. There might be a few. We'll see. Okay, right here. So this is another one. Again, comes from the sandworm. It has keen speed. They are heavy boots. Keen speed is easily, I would say, an S tier perk. And unfortunately, oh man, this is so cool. I can't even tell you how cool this is right now, chat, because or YouTube, because on my main PvP build, I run keen speed because typically you can only get this perk on a weapon. I run this on my sword and I do not have it on my spear. So if I ran these boots, I could have another DPS perk on my sword and I would have keen speed on either weapon. Now, I would imagine that it has nothing to do with weapons, right? Like if you're running S&S spear, if you have the S&S out and you crit and you get this keen speed, if you switch to your spear or your secondary weapon, I would imagine you still have it, which is total. It's just something we just don't even have in the game right now as far as this perk keen speed goes. You know what I mean? Even if you have keen speed on both weapons, when you switch weapons, you're gonna lose that keen speed until you get another crit. So, and if you guys are currently playing the game, you guys know how important haste is. I would say it's pretty much the meta right now. Like if you watch any streamer that's playing like PvP, haste is everybody's go-to to get out of a bad situation. So these boots right here are going to be game changing. And they have freedom on it. Another really good perk. And here's another one. Again, from the sandworm spoils. And hopefully someone in the comments will let me know how many of these, because it says right here, major sandworm spoil and minor sandworm spoil. I'm kind of curious how many of those you can get in a week, or if there is a limit. I'm thinking this is my guess, okay? Somebody in the comments correct me. I'm thinking you can get maybe 2 major sandworm spoils a week, and then you can get infinite of the minor sandworm spoil. But yeah, so this is a pretty cool healing perk savior. Healing is increased by 20% when you heal a target below 50% health. So this is a really good healing perk. And I'm just gonna say it for those of you who don't know. Uh, you currently cannot put this on armor. This is a perk that has to go on a life staff, on a weapon. Um, so let me read this again. Let me think about this. Healing is increased by 20%. Yeah, when you heal a target below 50%. Okay. I was trying to think if this would have any like self-healing, but you have to heal a target, so not really, right? So, and here's another one. Uh Again, comes from the sandworm spoils, and it has keen on it, like the other piece we were looking at. So I'm gonna have so many crafted. I'm gonna have so many items that I'm gonna craft after October 15th. I'm telling you guys right now, because there's so many different perks and stuff that's being added to the game, and is making so many different builds viable. But I definitely am going to try out having Keen on as many things as I can that could be broken. That could become new meta, is having as much Keen as you can. I'm telling you guys. Because critical damage is higher than any single damage perk. Like it's better than attunement, better than vicious, better than enchanted. If you're hitting crits, you're going to be doing more damage. So, okay, all of these are normal perks. I think that's it though. I think that's it as far as like current illegal perk combinations go. These are still sandworm spoils. And I will say they're all pretty good. They're all actually really good that I've seen. Yeah, see like right here, like if you ran keen on armor, on your shield, and on your ring, and potentially even your weapon still, that is a lot of critical chance percentage. That is a lot. Yeah. So you could get this round shield right here, and just put this perk right here, Fortifying Shield Rush. That's on that one on here, and you have a really, really good shield, if not Bis. All right, guys. So that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, just keep in mind that the best way to support me and continuing making YouTube videos and streaming content would be to subscribe to the YouTube channel and visit me on Twitch. I'm live there almost every day streaming New World. So if you enjoy it, come stop by, ask any questions you have, hang out. We're going to be doing all the in-game content come October 15th. We're going to be putting out as much new content related to in-game stuff for New World when all that content drops. So, yeah, I'll keep you guys posted with everything I find out. Catch you on the next one. Peace.